Hello, me.
Hello.
It's the Brit and Laur show, and today we are discussing quite a bit. We have. Let's get a little closer. Okay. Days 8 in Paris, day 9, 10, and 11 we were in London, and then now we're back. So, to begin, last day we were in Paris.
We went to the cemetery.
Dang it, we should know the name of that. We'll get back to you on that. It's the famous cemetery. Jim
Morrison's grave.
is there. It's really just.
Lauren got mad at me because
She wanted to look at
first of all,
tomb.
I didn't even want to go to the cemetery because I don't want to see things like that. And then she got mad at me because I was actually interested once we got there, and I was looking at graves inside and the ones that were open.
Yeah, she's like walking up. I'm like, let's stay on the trail, Brittany. Come on. I turn back and she's like, her head like in some tombstone. I'm like, come on. But they had like big, like churches inside, like for each thing. Like that was fascinating to Brittany. I thought she'd talk about it.
Then we went to the Garden of Luxembourg.
Well, I wanted to point out that Jim Morrison's was like this big. Everybody else is like big stuff, and it's just a little tiny thing that was nothing fancy at all. Kind of disappointing, but it's cool. So, Garden of Luxembourg. It's freezing. Freezing.
That park we were at when we were freezing.
Yeah. Well, it's this big park.
No, okay.
There's gardens, and there's little pony rides. But it's winter, and everything's in construction, because we're here, and it was freezing. So basically, we bundled up, we stood on a sewer grate, because of warm air coming up.
Yeah, and then
we had some extra time, because we were going to meet Marcella in that same area, so we didn't want to leave and then come back. So we had a cappuccino
at McDonald's. And then we went and stopped at this bar, and had a drink by ourselves. We were very proud of each other.
It was an American bar.
No, well, not really.
Had an American flag up.
And then we ate at this Greek restaurant place. And then we met with Marcella.
Where we had dinner with her.
Yep.
Okay. And then we were going to have drinks with her coworkers.
Yeah,
we felt like dummies, or I did. They're all scientists, and they all speak at least 3 different languages, and they're like PhDs, and
okay.
And then we packed for London.
Yeah, we packed for London, and then we...
Don't tell them, like, when we're dating too long. That's just, like, no one wants to hear about that. You got like a code, like, sugar down.
Alright.
London!
Then we get to London.
Hello, Governor.
Went to London, and
our train left at like 6 in the morning.
So we had to be there really early. And then when we got to London, we took one of those tour buses. The original.
Yeah.
And that was cool. So we went and it took us to all the big sites and everything. We saw it.
Guess what?
It's freezing.
We're sitting on the top, and this wind, we are literally like wrapped up, cold. We saw all the main things, and that was really neat. We got off at the Queen's house. Wanted to see if she wanted to have some tea or something.
She canceled.
The nerve! I mean, come on, seriously. And there was no guards to take pictures with. They were wearing gray, not even red. I'm like, is this their winter outfit? Anyway.
And then we got to our hostel. Really nice.
We recommend it.
Yeah, we would. It was cool. We had pretty cool roommates.
We had 2 from Spain. And a little Canadian friend.
A little A.
If you're gonna watch this.
Hi, Adriana.
So that's all we really did.
And then we went out. Yeah. We went out to this pub. And we met a whole bunch of people. We met these guys who live there, who are from South Africa, and some other ones from Russia, and like and they wanted to dance and twirl us. It was funny. And then we walked home, and it took us like over an hour to walk home because we were completely lost.
And mind you, this is like 3:30 in the morning
in London. Oh well,
we made it home.
We made it home.
We had pizza.
We did have pizza. And then the next day, we walked all over. Oh, get the map.
Do you want to see my feet right here?
Get the map. Up there.
Okay, keep talking.
I'm going to show you the map of where we walked because we were literally walking the whole day.
Finish your wine.
I'm going to finish my wine. And,
back to you.
Okay, so our hostel was right here, and we walked ended over here, all over there, and we need to get back there.
So then we decided that would take us like
a gazillion
hours to walk home. So we took the tube. Guess how much the tube cost? First of all, how much do you think how much US dollars did you convert?
60.
And guess how many pounds?
I don't know, 32.
Because US dollars suck. It's worth nothing. So it cost £4 for one way in central London on the tube.
So that cost me like $8.
Yeah, US dollars. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But our little feetsies, they said it was worth it.
All we wanted to do
my feet.
All we wanted to do was get fish and chips. And it was
We're
like
London.
Japan all over again, trying to find sushi. Like I was like, it should be on every street corner, right? Wrong.
Because we didn't want to go into a restaurant. Because at first we didn't know about tipping. We found out that it's mostly included. But then we didn't want to spend the money and sit down. We just wanted like just some, order, sit down, fish and chips.
We found one. It was good. And then
as we're walking through the St. James Park, no, what's it called?
Something like that.
Beautiful big park, and they got all kinds of birds and stuff like that. And then there's lots of squirrels, which Brittany was obsessed with.
Hold on, these are like cute, big, bushy squirrel like tails. And they're just around, and they're like nibbling on their. It's just cute. And then so like I'm trying to feeding him, and there was this one like next to me, and I was eating a granola bar, and.
The whole point before is that she wouldn't leave me alone. Like, Brittany, come on, are you done like squirrel whispering? Like, let's go. So she had to feed it.
Well, these people are freaking petting the squirrels, and I was like, eek, don't pet them, they might have rabies. Like, and so I take a little piece, and like the squirrel like sees me, and jumps up onto the little fence, and I was like, oh my god, it's so close to me. I'm like, that's weird, and I was like, he's gonna take it out of my hand,
and he did. He attacked her.
Not only did he take it out of my hand, he jumped on me, jumped up me, literally right here, in my hair, in my face, and he's scratching and crawling all over me, and I was like, ah, and people are looking at this squirrel attacking me.
It was the funniest thing ever. Like, she was kind of like around a corner, and I'm like, oh god, I'm like, okay, Brittany, come on. I turned the corner just to see the squirrel climbing up her chest, walking up her jacket, all around her neck, down her arm, and she's screaming. Everybody's like pointing and like looking. And she's screaming. I'm like, oh god, what do I do? Like, do I swat the squirrel? Like, do I run? And I'm like, throw your granola bar, just throw it.
Who does that happen to? Me, this girl.
Oh god, it made my day because she so deserved it because she like wanted to take a squirrel home.
She's like, just because I thought they were cute.
The thing was, honestly, that made my day, my week. That probably made my whole trip. It made everybody's day to see all of them just laughing. And they're speaking other languages, and they're all pointing and speaking something else and laughing at her. She was attacked by a squirrel.
Okay. Anyways.
So we went back to the hostel.
We went to the bar in the hostel, and with our little roomie, and then there were these guys from Australia that we met that we're hanging out with. And then
You're funny.
we're shooting doubles. Okay, we're not going to talk about that on here.
Anyway, so then we decided we're gonna actually go back out again, and we didn't know where to go, and it was all this
And it's like
controversy, and we didn't want to
club.
take our octopus card. So
You're
we go to
saying
the same
inside
bar.
things, and no one's going to get that.
We will.
Okay.
No one else is gonna watch this.
Okay. Then we ended up going to the same pub.
I'm paying an £8 cover.
I never thought about that. It's like $16. That was ridiculous.
Exactly.
And we met. There was like a bachelor party there, and they're all from Ireland.
And it was fun, except for I can't party till this late.
She kept
Every
partying.
picture I'm like this. There was one point where I was like, I put my hand on Brittany's back, and I was like, I could literally be asleep right now. Just drinking in late nights, it just doesn't work for me. But
Anyways,
we
I
had a
had
good
fun.
time.
Then
She
we
had a good time.
shut up.
And we, why are you looking at me? You could see me right there, face forward. We walked home with our little Canadian,
Our
and
Canuck.
we wanted that pizza we had last night, the night before, and we could not find it anywhere. And there was this man selling hot dogs for £3. Expensive little hot dog, but there was nothing else open that was like not a restaurant. So we got the best damn £3 hot dog, and it just made us more hungry.
We could have had like 5 each.
The sad thing is like we probably would have eaten 5 more each of us. It was really sad.
Then
We walked home successfully.
we made it in record time because we walked there earlier and made sure that we were gonna. Anyways, so we ended up getting home at like 5 in the morning, and then we
4:30.
checked out.
4:30. So yeah, we went to bed at 5.
Yeah,
We had to check out by 10
by 10.
and get our free breakfast by
By
10.
10. So we were up really early, and
And we had our breakfast, and then we just hung out. There was nothing to do because our train station was near our hostel, so we weren't gonna like walk all around London again and then go back. So we just
we
took
had
our
all our
time.
bags, and then we just went to the station,
And it was freezing.
waited in the freezing ice cold
We
station.
counted how many pence we had, if we had enough to sit in the coffee shop
We had
and
enough
get
to
a hot
get hot
chocolate.
chocolate.
Like literally, we're like counting out like alms for the poor. Like it was really sad.
Yeah, but we made it, and we're back, and then
The train was really nice. We slept.
yeah, I slept the whole time.
It
And
was
then
super easy. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
finally met Marcel's husband.
Mm-hmm.
We had a nice dinner.
And I don't know if we've mentioned that there's another girl staying here from. Does she work with her
Mm.
husband? She's from New York, and they did like a flat swap. And so she's staying here, and Nicholas had been staying at her place. Anyways, we had a lovely dinner together tonight.
And Lauren's got a real lot of wine.
And now we're gonna go to bed because it's our last day tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Why do we say things that we must and sing them? Tomorrow, freezing. Okay. Anyways, that's all we've done. That was our whole London trip. It was
It was
fun.
a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. You don't see the fun here.
You'll see
The
in the
fun was there.
pictures. You'll see in the pictures.
And we was awful this morning with a headache and hungover. But we survived. Enough to have more wine for dinner. When in Rome, act like the Parisians.
Alright, well, good night.
Good night. See you later. Cheers.